Would you like to count us down?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, wait.
Right in the middle of the song.
I don't know why it started in the middle. The song always makes me want to shed a tear.
It makes me want to dance. Like,
Well, my tears are because of nostalgia.
Nostalgia.
Yeah,
from
because
last year.
the game used to be good before they ruined it.
I mean, it's playable.
Oh no, we lost Craig.
Oh no.
I want Chris.
Welcome to episode 31 of Attempted Topics. I'm Jeremy.
31, you're next. I'm Steven.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody understands that joke
Tell
except for
him
us.
to unmute me. 31. Oh,
And it's
And,
cool because that was Friday the 13th, too.
yeah.
What a coincidence
joke.
that we're doing the Friday the 13th episode for episode 31. Okay.
It's your time to shine, 31.
It is.
Yeah. Today we'll be discussing Friday the 13th Part 3, which is which I was telling Meatball before we started recording, before Steven graced us with his presence.
You're
that,
welcome.
That this movie is a lot better than I remember it being.
Yeah. I will say, though, that this movie, I think, didn't have as hot of a cast as the other ones.
Hot is in like
Kevin Bacon.
good,
Attractive.
or hot is in attractive. Okay.
I think part 2 and 4.
So how would you rank the movies based on the attractiveness of the cast?
Well, I liked the 2 guys in part 4.
Oh, Crispin Glover?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
He grew up to be a very strange-looking guy.
But in that movie,
Perfect.
different. No.
You know, the girls in this movie are like 1980s attractive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like very big hair. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain 1980s attractiveness.
Which part had the Chad sweater? Part 7, right?
I always thought it was that guy, like from
There's-
part 2, that hung out with Jenny.
Maybe.
He looked like a Chad.
Now, I have
Wait,
an issue because with all the other, well, not all the other slasher movies, but like with Halloween, I can remember all the characters' names. But
Yeah.
in Friday the 13th, I can't.
Well, plus it's like a new cast every movie, pretty much, except
Yeah.
for like Tommy is in a few movies. But like other than that, it's like a
Yeah.
brand new cast every movie. Like with Halloween, like at least you're continuing like the family line.
Yeah.
But I will admit, I thought I knew that this franchise, and like the more I go back and watch these movies, it's like I don't remember them at all. Like like what Steven said, I was watching the movie and I pretty much just thought of game.
Yeah. They did such a good job in the game
They really did.
because everything looked exactly the same.
The maps are like perfect. They're like so well done.
Did you guys did you guys notice that it's like not Camp Crystal Lake in this movie, but it's like Camp Crystal Stream or something? Because it's not really a lake, it's just like a small body of water.
Camp Crystal Pond.
Camp Crystal Meth.
They
This
sell
is
that
just
there?
the very tip of the lake.
That's what it seems like, or like maybe
At
the
the very
outskirts
bottom.
of the lake.
It wasn't so. I may just be making this up. Like maybe this is just what I always thought for no reason. Like maybe I came up with it myself. I don't know, but I thought it was like kind of close to where Crystal Lake is. It's kind of like right near it, maybe. And they had like the little vacation home or whatever, like the little Jarvis place.
Yeah, it's like
This
it's
is not the
Higgins-
same movie, though, is it? Never mind.
It's Higgins Haven.
Wasn't
Which yeah, I think is like kind of the outskirts or like a different part of Camp Crystal Lake.
okay.
Did the first four movies all take place over the same weekend?
2, 3, and 4 did. So like technically it's Saturday the 14th in this movie.
What?
Mm. I knew they were all very
least that-
close.
At least that's what I understood.
I was this many years old before I knew that, and I've seen it. I've like watched these my whole life, you guys.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
wanted to
because
think they were really close in range at least.
Jason like he gets stabbed in the shoulder at the end of part 2, and he's like taking like he's like living in the barn or whatever, or like what's the word I'm looking for? Recovering in the barn is what he's doing.
Uh-huh.
So like he goes to the to that store, gets a new outfit, and then like lives in the barn.
What a hobo.
Good
So
stuff.
yeah, it's definitely Saturday the 14th in this movie, and then the fourth one takes place on Sunday, I believe, the 15th.
Well, isn't the new Halloween going to be on November 1st, technically?
Yeah, I think so. I think it takes place like
That night.
or the early morning of November 1st. And then they actually changed the script for Halloween Ends, and I guess they're making it like years later or something.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, for years I thought that Friday the 13th Part 6 was my favorite, just because it's like a comedy movie and it's hilarious and it knows what it's doing. But you know, I think I might have a new favorite, along with Jason X. I think those are my top 3.
Oh,
Part 3 it's definitely one of my favorite ones. It's so good.
yeah. I think part 2 is my favorite.
That one used to be my favorite. It's like I switch around over the years.
The Packanack one.
It's my favorite map.
Me too.
It is. We should mention if you listen to episode 1 of Attempted Topics, we mentioned that we met Meatball while playing Friday the 13th, and we've never met her in person, but but yeah, I guess there would be no Attempted Topics if it wasn't for Friday the 13th, the game.
Shout out.
What a good
So
game.
yeah, we can go through the plot a little bit. I think we might have to like walk Meatball through the plot, because she prior to recording she told me that she did not watch the movie.
Well, I mean, I've seen it 1,000 times, but like,
Yeah, when I was watching, I was like, oh, I remember all this.
yeah. I mean, I haven't watched it in probably a year though.
And then when I was watching it, I was like, I remember none of this.
Yeah, I didn't really take much notes.
I did think it was interesting that Jason did not get his mask until an hour into the movie.
Yeah. All
Which
thanks
I
to
thought-
Shelly and his pranks.
Yeah. You know, when I worked at Best Buy, I had a boss named Shelly, and she was terrible. So whenever I hear the name Shelly, I just,
Cringe.
yeah.
Just a little bit more.
Although this Shelly is probably more annoying than my boss, because at least my boss didn't pull pranks on everybody.
Dude, I loved that about his character though. But
I like Shelly.
Shelly was great.
It's funny to like see the pranks be done, but like imagine if you like knew somebody who was just constantly pulling pranks.
I
Like,
like that. Maybe. Never mind.
I'd probably get mad, but I'd get over it real fast.
We're gonna meet Meatball one day,
I'm gonna prank you too.
and she's gonna be exactly like that, where she's just
Yeah,
gonna prank
I'm gonna
us all the time.
Constant pranks.
So the one thing, and I think Rick does it too, but like the girl Chris in this movie, like she says that she was attacked in the woods, and
Yeah.
Rick and Shelly at separate times both like prank her by like grabbing her. And it's like she's literally saying like this is the place where I was like attacked.
Grabbed.
Now that was one thing I didn't like. Jason kind of seemed like creepy in that scene, and I don't know if he was supposed to be.
The scene where he found her sleeping.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if that's like what they were like kind of hinting at, or if that was like, you know, if he was just like trying to kill her.
Mm.
Never mind. My cat just heard your dog.
I was hoping, since I'm like on the opposite side of the house, you wouldn't be able to hear my dogs, but I guess you can.
I'm sorry.
So this movie begins like all other Friday the 13th movies with a
Recap.
lengthy recap of the previous film. Which I don't understand why they always did this, because it's like the movie came out like 8 months ago, and now you're recapping it for me.
I guess just to show that they take place in the same time.
Yeah. So like yeah, in the previous movie, Jason gets like a machete through the shoulder or something, and I think at the end of part 2 he like jumps through the window,
Mm-hmm.
and
And slow
I
mo.
don't think, yeah, 'cause that's another theme through these movies where Jason is always breaking windows. Yeah, but they don't show that in this movie, and they don't show what happens to the cast of part 2. They're like, I guess they're just gone.
Yeah.
But instead of seeing like Jason jumping through the window, it like shows him like scooting away. And then we get a close up on Pamela Voorhees' head, and some funky music starts playing.
That
That
music
techno
is the
music.
bomb.
And this movie does not hesitate to let you know every like 2 minutes that the movie is in 3D. Because
Yeah, there's a bunch of reminders throughout.
the opening credits are like shooting at the screen, and like everybody is always pointing stuff at the screen.
The yo-yo.
The baseball bat. So yeah, after the funky 3D credits, we meet Harold and his wife Edna, who like, I guess
Terrible.
yeah, Edna treats him like garbage.
And he's dirty.
Yup.
So yeah, I guess they own like a shop or something.
Yeah, he was
And-
eating the merchandise and putting it back.
And he was eating. He was feeding his fish, and then proceeded to eat the fish food until he found out it was like eggs or something.
Bro, he had like a rabbit in the produce.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the rabbit.
Which he left for dead, by the way. When the snake killed the other rabbits.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing. That snake, that snake like shoots at the screen too.
Yeah. So I don't like him because he killed animals.
So Edna is like watching the news, and there's like a recap of the previous movie on the news yet again. So we got the recap in the beginning, and
And then
now
we got
the
a
news is also
recap,
telling us.
a recap of the recap.
So yeah, like Edna looks through the window and she sees Jason like walking through the sheets on the clothesline, and somehow within a matter of moments, Jason lost all of his hair. Because do you remember at the end of part 2, he had like that long, scraggly hair?
Yeah. I guess he realized that it wasn't a look.
Yeah, now in this movie, he's just bald. Meatball, you following along?
Yes.
Okay. Are you still doing your makeup?
Yes.
So yeah, like we said, they have a rabbit. Harold goes to put the rabbit back after his wife starts yelling at him for eating. And like this poor guy is like just getting lectured by his wife for like putting on pounds, and she's like, "You shouldn't be eating these donuts."
You can never not have enough donuts.
Yeah.
So he goes. I'm not sure where they have. Like, I'm not sure what store this is because they have snakes and like rabbits everywhere.
It's like a convenience store in the middle of the woods.
Where they sell like food and
Rabbit.
wildlife.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh, there was a rat too.
yeah. So there's like that jump scare with the snake shooting at the screen after the snake like ate all the rabbits or something. I'm not an expert on snakes, but I'm not sure if they could take down an entire cage of rabbits. But who knows, you know?
I guess so.
Harold gets a meat cleaver to the chest, which is also in 3D.
It was. They deserved it.
Yeah, I agree. So his wife Edna hears him and like goes looking for him, and oh yeah, this is where the jump scare involving the rat is at. And I think Jason like grabs her head through the door window and
Mhm.
like stabs her neck or something.
Yeah.
I must say, I do like how Jason is like walking around with like nothing covering his face. Like I don't know how that would have worked in the long run, but it's definitely cool in like at least the first hour of this movie.
You know, no shame.
Yeah.
As he shouldn't have shame. You go, Jason.
Love yourself.
Show it all
So-
off. Well, not all of it.
All of it. Oh God.
Jason
Imagine
X.
that. Ooh.
So, do you guys know how Jason became an adult? Because I'm not sure.
Oh.
And also, how did he well, he lived in that shack. But how did he get so buff?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Meatball put her microphone on mute, so we'll keep talking. Yeah, I'm not sure. 'Cause he was a kid at the end of the first movie, and then like the second movie takes place like 2 years after the first one, and he's like a a grown adult.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not
I
sure.
guess they just decided it would be better to make him an adult.
Yeah. So this is where we cut to the main characters of the group or of the movie. Um, and before we cut to the main characters, we see a kid in the street randomly holding a baseball bat at the camera.
He's about to bunt the ball,
So,
which never works, by the way.
so yeah, I think it's Chris and one of the other guys in the cast. I don't remember. I don't remember their names very well.
Not Randy.
We see a masked man approaching from behind this man and this woman. Welcome back, Meatball.
The clear mask.
Yeah, it's a clear mask, and like I think he has like a knife or something. And we find out that it is Shelly who is
The
he's pretty
prankster
much
of the movie.
the idiot prankster of the group, performing his first of many pranks. And I think the girl's name is Abel, who like doesn't like. I guess she comes from like a religious family, but they only show it like really quick.
Oh yeah, they were yelling.
Yeah, but they like don't show anything after that. Yes, because her mother's like yelling at her, but like, it's like never followed up on.
I liked her. I think she was my favorite character.
I think Chris was my favorite. So the group looks back at the van, and the van is like smoking, and I totally forgot this part of the movie. And I was like, why did the van just randomly catch on fire?
Yeah, I was confused too.
But come to find out that it's potheads in the back of the van.
Yep.
That's
Forget their
illegal.
names, too. It is.
Now.
Oh, it was. What was
Isn't
their
the one-
names?
Isn't the one named Chili?
I don't know. I mean, I'm going back in game mode. It's like it's Mitch and AJ, you guys.
Yeah,
I cannot.
This movie actually had like 5 characters from or put into the video game.
Yeah, it did. Fox was one.
Fox, Shelly, Mitch, Jenny. And yeah, that girl could technically be AJ.
Yeah, I totally forgot about the biker gang in this movie too. I didn't know what movie I thought that character from the game was from, but I didn't know. I didn't know she was from this. So, so yeah, the cast is on their way to Higgins Haven, which is actually where Steven is recording from live.
I wish.
So there's like a scene where the cops are like chasing the van, but
And they start eating the weed.
yeah,
Try to get rid of it.
everyone starts eating the weed, and it turns out the cops are not after them.
Shelly would refuse to eat it though because he said he was allergic to it. And he's not
He
hungry.
was not.
Yeah, first he said he was not hungry. And then he said he's allergic to it.
I didn't even catch that.
He's just a nerd.
There's always that one guy in the group that's like,
like it's like you. Hate jokes and pranks. No, I'm kidding. Jeremy's fun.
I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan of being pranked all the time.
I'm teasing you. So,
go ahead.
I don't know.
So, Chris almost runs over some guy who's like randomly laying in the road, and somehow she doesn't see him.
He should have, or she should have.
I'm not sure if this guy makes an appearance back in the movie again.
No, Abel,
Um,
the homeless man,
Yeah, because
And- super religious.
he's like warning the group. I think he's like the guy from the first movie who warns people at the cabin that they're doomed.
It's cursed.
Like, but like this guy is not nearly as good as that guy from the first movie.
You're all good.
He somehow is holding an eyeball. So like, did Jason gift him an eyeball?
I guess he found it.
Finders keepers.
And he found the other
So
part
Jason-
too.
So Jason like rips out eyeballs and just like leaves them.
That's kind of cool.
I guess somebody lost it, and I don't know.
They couldn't see to find it.
So,
Sorry.
so yeah, we arrive at the cabin of Higgins Haven, which, like we said earlier,
I
is
have
almost
Very
ahead.
good memory. I have very bad memories of Higgins Haven.
in real life.
No,
Oh, well, the shack's either behind the barn or Blair's truck behind the cemetery.
oh, you got it
Well,
all mapped out perfectly. Well, I always die in there.
It's not easy to escape
Okay.
once you get trapped in there.
Especially upstairs.
Oh no, I always hide behind that closet.
So if you happen to be playing Friday the 13th with Meatball, now you know all of her hiding spots.
And Higgins Haven was the one where the roof glitch, or one of the roof glitches.
Okay.
I don't think
So-
you do that anymore.
Good.
So, this is what I was talking about earlier, where, like, the other characters are aware that Chris was, like, attacked in the woods here. But, like, Rick, who I guess is, like, Chris's summer boyfriend or something.
Summer love.
Yeah. He, like, grabs her as she walks into the house and, like pretends to attack her.
Mm.
And yeah, I'm not sure why you would like purposely trigger somebody who was like attacked. Like, why would you attack them at the same place that they were once attacked?
For the fun of it.
So yeah. And right after this, Shelly does it again too. Because remember, they go back to the van, and the door on the van was left open. And
Yeah.
like she reaches in, and then Shelly grabs her. Stupid Shelly.
Mess.
So yeah, and they're like, Shelly, why are you still here? And he's like, everybody went skinny dipping, but I wasn't skinny enough.
Oh yeah, we were just talking about that. A
We
little bit
really
ago.
were.
Were you?
Yeah, we felt that.
Yeah.
I
Attacked.
can read it.
I was
And
like, I
speaking of
felt
triggered, I
bad.
was triggered by that comment.
I said I
What'd you
felt
say,
bad
Steve?
for him and then myself.
Yeah. So yeah, Chris looks out the window and sees like something moving in the barn. And yeah, like Jason, I guess, is like recovering from his previous machete wound in the barn. Chris and Rick are then like doing like work in the barn and like moving hay or whatever. Chris says that her dad buys hay every summer because he has plans on buying a horse, and then doesn't
Yeah.
buy a horse. So like, where does the hay go? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, who's. Well, first of all, I had two feelings when I was watching that hay scene.
What's that?
The one feeling I had was, oh, this is nice. And then the second scene, or the second thing, was I remember we had to unload hay and put it in the barn.
Yeah, I remember that. It wasn't like
Um,
lifting it up top though. Like
No,
there's-
it wasn't that bad, but I still hated it.
I'm confused as to why your reaction to a scene involving hay is like, oh, this is nice.
Because he was lifting it. And
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Wait, who was lifting it though? The Rick guy?
Yeah,
yeah.
Rick.
Yeah, that's nice.
I was confused because I was like, are you like a fan of the like romantic scenes of the movie? Where like
It's a romantic.
it's not romantic, but it's like a former couple, like
Yeah.
you know, mending past wounds.
Good stuff.
Steven, take it away.
What?
Continue the movie, please.
Where we at? Oh, we're in the they left the barn.
Yes.
I don't even remember what happened after that. They ran to there's just camp stuff, right? Not camp stuff. But
The whole movie's camp stuff.
fun stuff.
Somebody died.
Um,
Thanks.
so they hear
There's a
screaming.
store.
They hear screaming
Oh,
from
the big prank.
Yeah, Shelly's at it again with his shenanigans. Chris and Rick both hear screaming from inside the house, and like they go looking in the house and whatever, and they find Shelly with an axe in his head.
And
But it's-
at first I couldn't tell if this was like bad effects or if he was pranking, but then I saw him move and I was like, okay.
It's
This
either
was
bad
the first
effects.
time I saw it years ago.
Yeah, it's either bad effects for a movie or good effects for a prank.
Yeah. Turns out it's good effects for a prank.
Yeah. So like at this point everyone's like just disappointed that they have to spend the weekend with Shelly or whatever.
Damn.
And Vera was so mad that she had to leave and go to the store.
Yeah.
But unfortunately for her, Shelly said he had to get out of there too. For whatever reason.
And I feel sorry for him.
I like him.
I like him too.
Shelly has to get away from the
Shelly.
scene of his pranks.
Shelly and Vera were supposed to be endgame.
Shelly's my favorite final girl.
He should have been.
A scream king, if you will.
Yes.
Just like
And,
Alex Wolf.
I was about to say him and Alex Wolf are the Scream Kings.
I love Alex Wolf. Oh my god. They need to make a Friday the 13th movie and put him in it.
Yeah. Just
Who?
make any movie and put Alex Wolf in it. The guy from Hereditary and Old.
Don't know. I'll have to look him up.
He's also a nice
Also-
singer too.
Also from the Naked Brothers band.
Okay.
Meatball just doesn't believe this person exists.
He still sings to this day. Sometimes.
I'm sure if I show you a picture of him, you'll be like, "Oh, Alex Wolf, I know him."
I doubt it.
Have you ever seen Hereditary?
No.
Oh my god. No wonder you've never heard of The Green Knight.
See?
Oh, it's the same director?
Oh,
Well, not
also-
director, but
No, it's not the same director, but they're both
Same
A24
company.
movies.
shout out to A24.
So while is it Shelly and Vera who are at the store or whatever? Because they had to
Yeah.
leave.
And then the clerk rudely told her, "We don't accept food stamps."
Damn.
I was like, "What the heck?"
That's like at my wedding when Jesse was gonna do the dollar dance. I was gonna yell, "Get ready for someone to pay with change."
Hey. Okay.
That's what I would have done. Brought like pennies.
Meatball wasn't at my wedding.
I was supposed to be there. I was your best man.
That makes it even worse as to why you weren't there.
Oh. But I died.
You're not helping your case.
It's all right.
So
Well, we'll do a redo.
Sorry. Yeah, I'll come to your
Show up at their anniversary.
yeah.
it's your 1 year anniversary. Here I am.
What up, guys?
So at the store, the group encounters a motorcycle gang called the Black Widows.
Huh?
And I guess they like prove a what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I lost my train of thought.
The biker gang.
Hell's Angels.
They're actually the Black Widows.
Yeah, but they were like
Close enough.
Yeah, I think they were supposed to be Hell's Angels.
yeah. I mean, they were like baddies, dude.
Fox was iconic.
Yes.
She
I wanted to
deserved
be
better
her.
co-members.
I remember watching that and thinking, damn, when I grow up, like, I want to be a bugger and like, carry a knife. Like, I wanted a switchblade so bad. Had goals.
I could see it.
I
Start a biker gang.
keep a knife in my car just because I'm inspired by her.
Yeah, you never know when you're going to have to cut a bitch.
Do you really?
I mean, I have one, but not because of her.
It's a
No.
butter knife.
No. It's just an average pocket knife, you know. You never know when you might have to cut something.
It's like a plastic knife you got from like Dairy Queen or something. He's like, I'll never know when I'll need this plastic knife. So
I keep it with straws because I've been done wrong in the past.
So yeah, the biker gang like harasses Shelly and Vera
For no
and
reason.
I think they like take money from them or whatever. Yeah, but when Shelly goes to leave, he like accidentally backs over the biker gang's motorcycles.
Shelly, good for him.
And then
For
then
real.
the guy gets mad and like punches the windshield of the car. And then Shelly's like, I'm not taking this anymore. And then he runs over the bikes again.
Yeah.
Now if this were me, I would run over the bikes and like the car would get stuck.
Yeah, me too.
So yeah, back at the camp we see a yo-yo in 3D. Yeah, like we said, this movie has like it doesn't hesitate to let you know that it's in 3D.
Andy's working his magic with the yo-yo.
Yeah. I wish my dogs would shut up during recording time.
Give them shot collars. Not really.
Dang, that's mean.
Only when we're recording. Just kidding. I don't.
Kicked off of this show.
I don't. I don't support that.
No, I would never shock my dogs. So yeah, Shelly and Vera arrive back at Higgins Haven, and like Rick
With
gets
a
mad.
busted windshield.
Yeah, Rick gets mad. I think because I guess it's his car. He gets mad
Yeah.
that the windshield's broken.
He got over it very fast, though. Like I'd be mad the whole night.
Yeah.
He lets them stay.
I think at this part we get some like cool scenes of like Jason just like watching the group.
And then they're all hanging out and stuff.
But while they're doing that, the motorcycle gang shows up at the camp and tries to steal gas out of the car. Or, I'm sorry, out of the van.
The iconic gas tanks.
Is that their biker name?
No, it's the gas tanks from the video game.
Oh. I thought you were coming up with a new name for the motorcycle gang.
That works too.
The iconic gas tanks.
I like it.
I do too.
So that'll be our biker gang. The iconic gas tanks.
For no reason. Like, why are you called gas tanks? Because
we fill them. So yeah, the girl Fox starts like looking around the barn for some reason.
she's very fascinated with everyday objects.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's just a reason to like get her away from the group because
Like,
she's just like
she's never seen a water can or
or a pitchfork or something.
or a saddle. Well, maybe she's never seen a saddle if you don't live on a farm. But
Or maybe you do. Who's to say?
but it was like it was a drawn out scene.
Yeah. So she starts like swinging from the barn from like the part where they like,
Lifting hay.
yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Like Tarzan.
The show just let her join the main group.
Just recruit her.
Yeah.
So one of the other guys from the group, I forget the names of the two guys from the biker group, biker gang, not the group. Yeah, one of the guys is like, one of the guys
the
is
correct
like,
term is club.
oh, the biker club. Okay.
The biker fam.
Blood.
So she's like swinging, and one of the guys is like yelling at her, and then like off camera, she like disappears off the rope.
There's quite a few off-screen deaths in the movie.
Yeah.
It's not something I'm supportive of.
You don't support off-screen kills?
No.
Yeah, we like to see that shit.
Yeah.
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 In a non-morbid
But is
way.
that a dead body?
Oh my god, is that a person?
Is that a person?
Yeah, it's like what we mentioned in Sleepaway Camp. It's like, are you the man or woman who's been terrorizing this camp?
It's you. It can't be.
It's you, the guy or girl who's been killing people at the camp.
I let my kid watch that when he was like really little. We were like, whoa.
Yeah, that quite the ending.
Mm.
Quite the shock for any kid to see.
I sent her as a bird.
So
okay.
So, the guy goes
Aunt
in the
Martha.
barn like looking. What'd you say?
Shout out to Aunt Martha. She was my favorite.
Yeah. So, so the guy goes in the barn looking for Fox, and there's like, I guess, 3D effects with like a pitchfork like poking at the screen. It might actually happen when Fox is in there because I think she like almost falls on a pitchfork.
Yeah, she almost fell on it.
But Jason apparently has killed Fox with like a pitchfork or something, and she's like pinned to the wall or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the other guy is quickly disposed of because Jason beats him with like a pipe or something. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the main guy.
Yeah, the main guy, the biker club. Yeah, iconic gas tanks.
There are
Um,
no more.
The gas man.
Tanks are empty.
Tanks are empty.
so so back at Higgins Haven, there's like a bunch of relationship drama with Chris and Rick. You know, like a bunch of like, oh, I haven't seen you in a while, and blah blah blah. You know,
Fun stuff.
as you could tell, I don't remember a single thing that was said in the relationship drama part of the movie.
No.
But we cut to a scene of Shelly and the other guy juggling. Yeah, it's like they're like showing off for the girls, but they're just like juggling.
Yeah. How hot.
And you like a guy that juggles?
Who doesn't?
So,
I do.
yeah, and I guess like having a competition with juggling, and the other guy's girlfriend is like, let's go upstairs or something. So like Shelly wins the the juggle off.
Mm. But Andy really won.
Is that his name, Andy?
Yeah. I thought
I
it
just
was
have him
Randy.
here as the other guy. I have it as Shelly and the other guy.
Mm.
It's probably Randy or something. We'll go
Yeah,
with that.
it's Andy. I was looking it up because I called him Randy earlier, and I was like, wait, let me double check.
So we see some cool scenes of like Jason watching Shelly through the window as he's like juggling and whatnot. Upstairs, Debbie and Andy figure out how to do some hanky panky on a hammock.
This is the what's that thing called on the video game?
A hammock?
No,
What?
that part of the video game where you play as Jason and you kill them.
Oh, like the single player mode?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called.
but they had
They
this,
like
this movie, like the quotes and dialogue and everything was on it, and I remember it.
yeah, because there's a scene where like the stoner guy has to like go out and fix the electric.
Yeah, and it actually starts with them juggling.
So much missed potential.
Story mode would have been fun,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but anyways,
So this hammock hanky panky would just not work.
and first of all, what type of friend are you to invite someone over and make them sleep in a hammock?
Hammocks are comfortable.
I would do it.
But they
I mean, I
they
probably-
both wanted a bed, and they were like, she was like, "This is the bed."
I probably wouldn't be like, here's a hammock for both of you, but like a hammock for one person would work.
I don't
Like
think.
maybe if they each had a hammock. I wouldn't be like, oh, here's a hammock for two.
Free place to stay though. I mean,
Yeah,
That's true. So we get some backstory on Chris being attacked at the camp. I guess her mom slapped her.
yeah.
Her mom like never slapped her before, so she was taken aback. She fled off into the woods to spend the night. And it was raining, and she found cover under one tree where it wasn't raining. And a hideous man with a knife attacked her. And yeah, we kind of see like Jason working without his mask and everything. So I thought was pretty cool, but I did not like how rapey it seemed, like I said earlier.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the backstory on how Chris was attacked.
Just a little quick story
Um,
to cement her as the final girl.
So Chuck, the stoner, goes into the outhouse to smoke, and Jason like starts shaking the outhouse or something, and he like thinks it's the weed, and
I couldn't help but notice that he did not wipe.
I didn't notice.
Oh. That's, oh.
I wasn't really paying that close of attention to what he was doing in the bathroom, so
I'm assuming that's what he was doing.
yeah. So maybe
Well,
he's
it
just
wasn't doing it right.
maybe he's just a guy that sits down to pee.
Maybe.
I dated a guy like that before.
Same.
How'd that go?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. So Jason like for some reason retreats into the barn, and I think Chuck sees him walk into the barn,
I keep wanting to call him Mitch.
and his girlfriend, I think her name's Chili.
Really?
Isn't that her name?
I don't know.
I guess so, yeah. Chili
both go in-
Jackson.
They both go into the barn, and
That's it.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. Nothing.
well, we do. We catch up with them later on. At least I think so.
Yeah.
For now, we catch up with Vera, who is sitting on the dock, and someone grabs her feet.
Here we go again.
It's not Jason now; it's Shelly.
With yet another prank.
and get another outfit.
He literally brought scuba gear to pull a prank.
It's a wetsuit and the hockey mask. So, I have in my notes we're 56 minutes into the movie, and this is the first time we see the hockey mask. And
I'm not mad.
I was actually surprised it was this late into the movie where we see the hockey mask, because we're like 2/3 of the way through the third movie, and we finally get the hockey mask.
Mm-hmm.
I do like this scene because Vera is like she tells Shelly like, I actually like you, but you're just an idiot.
Like, stop.
I mean, not in those exact words, but like she pretty much says like you're an idiot who plays too many pranks.
Yeah. See, they were endgame.
She's like, I like you, but I can't take a joke.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now,
Well, he said
now
earlier
Shelly-
in the movie that
Sorry.
he said earlier on in the movie that he had to do pranks because that's all he had. Like, that's how he got noticed.
Yeah.
Well,
Poor Shelly.
Yeah.
find another way. So, so yeah, now Shelly goes to investigate the barn for some reason. I don't know if he saw somebody in the barn too.
Or if he just went there for fun to do the next big prank.
To set up his next one.
Bigger and better than hiding under the water.
So yeah, Shelly walks into the barn, and I think he knows the stoners are in there, and he's like, "Are you guys doing something I shouldn't see?" And then
Yeah.
proceeds to go further into the barn and turns the lights on so he can see. So he's like, "You might be doing something I shouldn't see, but let me just make sure I can see better."
It's all good.
He's a,
So go ahead.
I said he's a peeper.
Pretty much. That would not surprise me one bit.
At least he's better than the guy in part 5.
I don't remember part 5 too well.
With
I
the
remember.
chocolate bar.
Oh yeah, like the actual peeper.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
So So yeah, Vera conveniently drops Shelly's wallet into the water, and this is the first time we see Jason in the hockey mask. And like I thought it was cool how he walks out, and Vera like knows that like this isn't it's not Shelly. She's like, "Who are you?" And
Yeah, it wasn't
and yeah,
this scene. It wasn't right. I liked her.
And then,
he ends up shooting her in the eye with a bow and arrow. So we're now 1 hour into the movie, and this is the first time Jason actually wears the hockey mask. Meatball, were you going to say something?
no.
Okay. So upstairs at the cabin, apparently the hammock hanky panky was better than usual. They say.
And what was the real? They took a poll. What was the real answer? They said, was it her, him, or the hammock?
Oh yeah.
Because he voted for himself, and she voted for the hammock.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
Probably
have to
was
vote
not.
for.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna have to vote for the hammock.
I was gonna say it probably wasn't the hammock.
I guess it was him then.
I just don't think it would work. But you know, who's to say? If you've ever tried it in a hammock, feel free to let us know. But I mean, you don't have to go into great detail. You could just
No detail.
no. Okay. Message back all with all the details.
Yes.
Descriptive.
Or if you have video, I'll stop.
And
No.
So, oh my god, what are their names? So,
Andy,
and what's the girl's name? Debbie.
Debbie.
So, Debbie goes to take a shower, and for some reason, this idiot Andy just decides to walk on his hands.
You know, I like
But
it.
like,
show off. I've never been able to do that.
Me neither.
no, I can't do it either. I don't know why he decided to do it though.
He did it earlier in the movie too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
I didn't even notice.
when they were outside, when Jason was watching them through the window.
Oh, okay. So you have one guy who does pranks and another guy who just decides to walk on his hands whenever he wants.
Iconic.
So yeah, Jason ends up encountering him while he's upside down, and I guess he like, I don't know, does he like hit him with an axe or something in the stomach or whatever?
Something he got cut in half.
Yeah. I kind of like
How dare he?
how dare he kill a guy for just doing a handstand?
Yeah.
So I like how it like the movie tricks us into thinking we're gonna get like a psycho scene in the shower.
Oh yeah.
Because she's like, because Debbie is like staying in the shower for like a long time and like yelling for her beer or whatever, and then she's like, "Never mind, I don't want it." But like, it teases that Jason's gonna show up and kill her in the shower.
Did you notice the funny part when he was walking on his hands? Jason was just like hiding up against the wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's almost as funny as in part 2 when he was standing on the chair and the chair gave out on him.
Dumbass.
I don't remember that scene.
Oh, that was so funny.
Wait, so Jason's standing on a chair and he falls through it?
Yeah, the chair like breaks in half and he falls off.
Would you laugh?
Hmm?
Would you laugh?
Yeah.
I need to rewatch that one. I don't remember that scene.
I do.
I'd probably laugh even if I was in the situation.
I'd die laughing.
I do remember people saying that they weren't really a huge fan of the part 2 Jason because he seemed klutzy. So
Well, he was like that in this one too.
yeah, doesn't get much better in this one. So Debbie goes back to the hammock and starts reading Fangoria magazine.
Shout out.
Yes. The 50 years of Godzilla.
Yeah, and there's like a shout out to Tom Savini in the. I don't think it was 50 years of Godzilla. I think it was like 20 or 30.
Something.
But yeah, there's like a shout out to Tom Savini in the magazine.
Savini Jason.
Yeah.
When are we getting Savini Jason? No.
Okay, sorry.
I'm just mad I don't have it.
I don't like playing against that Jason because the people who have that are like too good at the game.
Tryhards. They're all sweaty.
They're not klutzy Jason.
No.
I'm
So,
klutzy Jason.
I don't know.
So
We
yeah,
Xbox and I'm not good with him yet. So actually, I shouldn't have said that. Edit that out.
so blood starts dripping on the Fangoria magazine, and Jason kills Debbie and like through the hammock with like. I think they do it in the first two movies too, where somebody
Shout
gets
out
stabbed through the bed.
I know part 1 for sure. Shout out to part 1.
Isn't it Kevin Bacon?
Was it?
What?
Isn't it Kevin Bacon who gets stabbed through the bed in the first movie?
Yes.
I don't remember the first movie at all.
I remember Kevin Bacon in that bed.
As you should.
So
I do.
back at the house, we see popcorn shooting at the screen in 3D. The power ends up going out, and I think Chuck goes into the basement to fix it. And this is what we were talking about earlier with like the single player mode of the video game. There's
Yeah.
a scene where the power goes out, and Chuck goes to fix it, and you have to kill him.
That single player mode is hard.
Yeah. Meanwhile, while Chuck is in the basement, Shelly runs into the house with like a slit throat. Somehow Jason
And
slit
we
his
got-
throat, and he was able to run from the barn to the house before he died.
I guess. Unless he did it. Unless Shelly tried to run away. And he made it halfway there.
Yeah, maybe.
But either way, see, this is where crude pranks will get you because he wasn't believed.
No. Back downstairs where Chuck is like trying to figure out the electrical issue. Jason ends up throwing him into the like circuit panel or whatever, and electrocutes him. Yeah, you were right because there's a lot of off-screen kills. Because yeah, Shelly gets his throat slit off-screen.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm convinced her name is Chili because I have it in my notes now that her name is Chili.
Chili.
If not, I'm just going to sound like an idiot for calling this girl Chili through the whole
Chili,
episode.
maybe it's pronounced something different, but I don't know how else it would even be pronounced.
I'm looking
Try
this
lie.
up while we do this.
Chai Lai.
Chile.
So,
She gave a
Well,
memory.
wait a minute. That's
one.
I mean the girl from TLC wasn't she Chili? Yeah, to see Chili. T-Boz, Left Eye, Chili.
see, so it's not as uncommon
Yeah,
as it seems.
It's as
Um,
common as Jason Waterfalls. Go ahead.
Iconic.
So, Chili is putting on like a terrible acting performance, trying to be scared as like the only person left.
Oh god, Shelly's dead. And her running is hilarious because she wasn't even running.
No,
It
she's
was like
just, walking
a
around.
brisk walk through the house. Me when I run out of stamina.
So, that's pretty much what it is.
Her stamina must be low.
Yeah. So, Rick and Chris. Oh, I'm sorry. Before that, Chili ends up getting stabbed with like a fire poker or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
And then Rick and Chris end up coming back to the cabin, and for some reason, like a massive windstorm just breaks out of nowhere.
Yep.
So they get back to the cabin and the lights are out, and worst of all, the popcorn is burnt.
Mm.
For some reason, Rick and Chris decide to split up, even though like
Why not?
they're aware that something's wrong. But like,
Maybe we should split up.
yeah.
You go this way, I'll go that way. We'll cover more ground.
Yeah.
As I think Chris is like looking for Rick, and we see like she goes on the front porch, and we see like on the side of the house, Jason is like choking Rick, which I thought was pretty cool. And
Kinky. No.
Dang.
and Chris goes back into the house, and Jason ends up crushing Rick's head, and his eyeballs shoot out of his head in 3D.
Mm.
So I didn't really understand this part, but I guess the ceiling is like dripping with water, and Chris goes upstairs and sees like a bathtub full of like bloody clothes or something.
You guys are ruining the house.
Hey, boy, you alright?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, there's like a bunch of bloody clothes in the bathtub for some reason.
Wasn't it like Chris's clothes or something?
I think so.
It was blue.
Maybe.
Where was the rest of her?
No, because Chris is the one looking for it. Like, she's the one searching the house.
Not Chris. Chili.
Chili.
Oh, Chile.
Where was the rest of her?
Maybe.
The budget only allowed for her clothes to be here.
Yeah, they couldn't pay her enough for that day, so they just threw clothes in there.
That might be true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a low budget franchise. So
I mean, at that time.
yeah. So like Chris leaves the house or something, and I guess the biker gang is like hidden in a tree because one of the bodies falls when Chris walks past.
Jason always does that. He always puts the bodies in display.
Yeah. So Chris runs back to the house for some reason, and like the windstorm's getting pretty bad, and like the windows are opening, and for some reason the doors are opening when even though all you have to do is lock them.
Those doors are weak.
Those are
Yeah.
one-hit doors. You're not supposed to lock them.
Yeah. They are.
So Jason ends up throwing Rick through the window, and you could tell it's just like a rag doll or something that they threw through the window.
Good stuff.
So Chris runs up the iconic spiral staircase
Uh-huh.
and like dumps a bookshelf on Jason, which should be a feature in the game that you could dump stuff to block his way.
Yeah.
It should.
I think she like goes into a closet or something, and she finds another body and just screams like a moron.
It was Debbie from the shower.
Oh yeah,
Fangoria Debbie.
yeah. So Jason like breaks the door down, very similar to the game too.
She should have had a pocket knife, and she would have went through the wall and been safe on the roof.
Who does?
Oh, is that the glitch? You have to have a pocket knife?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I never did the glitch, so I don't know all the details of it.
I never did it, but I was trying to figure out how they did it because don't. and
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, Jason breaks the door down, very similar to the video game, like we said, and Chris
Yeah.
stabs his hand, and Jason like screams, which is
Epic.
yeah.
It is.
Um, so Chris like climbs out the window, and Jason grabs her, but she like eventually falls, and instead of like leaving the camp or something, she decides to stay. And when Jason exits the house, she just like hits him with something.
With
Um,
a log.
Frying pan.
And then and then she finally gets into the van to try to leave. But if you remember from earlier on, the biker gang has
The iconic gas cans struck
Yeah.
again. No.
maybe that's why we're called the iconic gas cans, because we take everybody's gas. There we go.
That's great.
Now we
No,
have
she
motive.
actually would have made it out of there too,
Yeah.
if not for them.
Pesky motorcycle.
Yeah.
She's one of the smarter final girls that I've seen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because she does eventually try to leave, and then like she would just left the area and would have been fine. But yeah, Jason ends up catching up to the van because it's stalled on the bridge, and I think the van like starts falling through the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got the car fixed and put the battery and the gas in, and found the car keys.
It actually fit.
So yeah, Chris runs into the barn, and Jason like runs after her, which is also kind of scary. Because like in the later movies, which I remember more than this one, he's like zombie Jason, where he just like walks around and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, this Jason in this movie was good.
He still runs in part 4.
Yeah.
5,
Mhm.
but 5 was Roy, but we won't get into that.
We will one day.
No. Please no.
Yeah, he's like Jason's like very vulnerable, and especially like these two, because
It's just he's a living man.
he's like searching the barn, and you could tell he's like angry because he can't find her. Yeah, and he's like running, and like he screams and everything. So Chris is like hiding on a beam in the barn and like jumps off and lands on him. And like she
I thought she was about to do like a hurricane or something.
yeah, she's like really taking it to him. She like beats him with a shovel, and she like ties the rope around his neck and hangs him.
Thug life.
But yeah,
It was
like she goes down-
promotion, man. She was pissed.
mm-hmm. So yeah, Chris opens the barn door, and like Jason's like still moving and everything, even though he's like hung. And he pulls his mask off, and she's like, you.
It's you.
It's you.
Yeah, so I guess it's revealed to her that that Jason was the one that attacked her in the woods that fateful night where her mother slapped her.
And Jason
So-
she would have killed her this time. But
Mhm.
plot twist, the biker guy's alive. And he should have stayed hidden.
He should have just left.
Yeah. I guess he just
he-
woke up.
He like jumps out of nowhere, tries to attack Jason, gets his hand cut off, and then gets killed.
Aw.
But it gives Chris enough time to get an axe, and she ends up hitting Jason in the head with an axe.
Mm.
And Jason reaches at the screen in 3D.
Did we mention that this movie's in 3D?
I think we might have mentioned it.
still have 3D. I have my Friday the 13th 3D glasses.
I have the box set, and it gave me the option to play it in 3D, but it did not come with 3D glasses or anything.
Yeah, mine neither.
So yeah,
I wonder if it's new 3D or is it like blue and red 3D?
Blue and red.
yeah, it's blue and red because that's the way they did things back in the day.
They should have updated it.
That was back in my day.
You know, I'm not really a fan of 3D movies though.
Me neither.
They don't really do it much anymore, do they?
No.
I don't think so. I think like 10 years ago, 3D, like every big blockbuster was like turned into 3D.
I think the last one I saw was like the Jurassic World, or one of the Jurassic movies, or Star
Little
Wars.
Mermaid in 3D.
Hmm.
I have the Little Mermaid in 3D.
That's
Yeah, I think-
great. That one should.
I think the last one I saw was like Age of Ultron in 3D.
Mm.
But yeah. So yeah, Jason seemingly dies via an axe to the head, and Chris jumps in the canoe and
Falls
sails
asleep.
down Camp Crystal Stream.
I guess she made it nowhere.
Yeah, because she stayed in the same place all night. She like has like a dream or whatever of like Jason waking up or something and running downstairs and then running after the canoe.
That scene was creepy.
Mm-hmm.
The way he's looking at her through the window.
Yeah, I really like unmasked Jason in this movie.
And then when he started running toward the lake.
Mm-hmm. And then he's just gone, and it's revealed that that it was a dream. And the we cut to the next morning, and the police are taking Chris away. And I guess they say she's the only survivor.
Yes. She survived the movie, but her sanity seemed to have not.
Yeah. And then we see Jason laying in the barn, who is dead, and then they never made another Friday the 13th movie after this.
Never again.
Wish they would have, but they didn't.
They could have stopped at Jason Takes Manhattan.
Dude, Jason Goes to Town is the best.
Jason comes to town.
It's so good.
It is. That's one of my favorite
He
ones
kicks
too.
the boombox. Yo, dude.
I hate it.
You
It's that-
would.
Part 2, 3, and Goes to Town are my favorites.
Yep.
We need to do a ranking episode one day.
Yes.
Yeah, we will. I have to rewatch
Part 4 is
a lot of
good.
them. I think 3 is my favorite, but I'll have to rewatch a lot of them.
I'm not watching 5, 7, or Jason X.
7 okay. 6
I love
is really
Jason
good.
The telekinesis.
Yeah.
I love Jason X just because it's stupid.
They should have had a telekinesis girl on the game.
Yeah, I think so. Or like
You can call
the
her.
paintball thing. Like they should have done like a section of the map for like the paintball part.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
How cool would that be?
I'm sad.
Yeah.
They could have had the boat. I couldn't see them doing Manhattan just because there's only 8 characters.
That game is always on sale now, too.
It's like $4 right now.
Yeah. It's always on sale.
I still enjoy it
It's good.
when I'm playing with others.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I crimped my hair.
That's what you did throughout the episode?
Yeah, I have my 80s crimper.
I like it.
Had it since I was a kid.
All right. Would you guys like to jump into our recommendations?
Yeah.
It's time to recommend.
That's Dawn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Who would like to go first?
Steven.
Jeremy.
Okay. I would like to recommend. I'm gonna be basic. The movie Old, the new M Night Shyamalan movie.
I want to see it
Where,
again.
Kids, this family goes on a beach and they have kids, and everybody on the beach grows old.
Just like in real life.
Yeah, but it's like over the course of a day,
Just like my life.
based on a true story.
It's just a movie.
It's a movie, but yeah, it's pretty good. Even though the description sounds bad, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Watch Old.
I think it fell
What year
apart.
was it?
It just came out like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, well, okay. That's why I don't know it.
I think it fell apart at the end, but I still like the movie.
I agree. All right, who's next?
Steven.
I'm going to recommend another movie that just came out this summer called Zola.
Yeah, that's a good movie too.
It's about a waitress who goes on this weekend trip with a girl she just met to Florida so they could strip and make money. But she gets roped into like, what was it? Her friend was like a prostitute. And then the girl or the guy that she was with is a pimp. So she gets roped into shady stuff with this girl she just met.
Which is also based on a true story. I'm not even kidding about that.
It was on yeah, it was on Twitter. Or that Twitter feed.
Yeah, it was like a Twitter thread that became a movie.
And Elvis's granddaughter's in the movie.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's a funny movie.
What?
Get ready for full frontal nudity if you watch it.
Oh yeah.
Wait, who's his granddaughter? Is it Lisa Marie's daughter?
I think so.
Lisa's his only kid, though, right? Yeah. So yeah.
Her name's Riley. I don't even know how to say her last name.
Riley Keough or something.
Oh.
Something like that.
Meatball, do you have a recommendation?
Kanye's new album's supposed to come out tomorrow.
By the time this episode's out, it will have already been out. So.
Well, then I recommend it. I stayed up and listened to it. Whenever he did his like listening event.
What was your favorite song?
I don't know the names of them, but there was the one that he does with Jay-Z, and there there's one where he's like, "Guess who's going to jail tonight?" I'm like, yeah, it's so good. Anyway, yeah, that's all I got.
Okay.
Recommend Friday the 13th Part 3.
What'd you say?
I said mine are always so dumb. I always forget to like plan that ahead, so it's like I get caught off guard every time. Like,
yeah, I just looked up something real quick. I recommend Friday the 13th Part 3.
Yeah.
I recommend Friday the 13th Part 4.
With corkscrew.
I don't recommend Part 5.
No.
I recommend Part 8.
Watch Part 4 just for Crispin Glover's
Yes.
dance.
His
And-
dance, man, that dance he does, that dude.
And a teddy bear.
All right. So I think we have one more episode of our summer movies. Would either of you guys like to pick a summer movie for our last summer episode?
Teen Beach Movie. Or Dolls.
Are we really doing Teen
Dolls
Beach
Movie.
movie?
I'm sad that we never, are we not, can we?
Steven, do you want to do Teen Beach movie?
Yeah, we can. You said Dolls is your other.
No, Dolls. We could do Dolls, but Dolls is a good summer movie.
It's the accent that.
Dolls.
I'm
Jaws.
done.
No, there's
Would you
actually
like
a movie
me-
called Dolls. It says they walk, they talk, they kill.
And it's like so low budget. But it's good.
I was gonna say The Sand.
What?
The dolls with the bulls.
That horror movie called The Sand.
I haven't seen that. Dude, I've got a really good one that you guys really need to watch, and it's called Brain Damage. And I'd really like to talk about that.
You know, that could have been your recommendation.
Well, I just now thought of it. I'll recommend it next week.
Is it brain damage?
Yeah, it was on Shudder for a while, but I don't know if it still is.
One morning, a young man wakes to find that a small, disgusting creature has attached itself to the base of his brainstem.
Mm.
The creature gives him a euphoric state of happiness, but demands human victims in return. Sounds pretty good.
Its name
Yeah.
is what was his name? The little guy in that lives on him. He has a name. It's a
Mike?
what?
Is it Mike?
No.
Oh, guys, when is Shark Week?
Last month.
Yeah,
How do I always miss it?
I do too.
I'm gonna say we could talk about 47 meters down.
Okay, so we're undecided on the next
Well,
movie.
I'm mad now because I always miss Shark Week every year.
Yeah, it was like the middle of July, I think.
I'm calling the cops.
I'm calling the police.
I always thought it was in
Yeah.
August.
I think it used to be.
I'm disgusted.
Yeah, I'm pretty mad
But
about
yeah,
it.
we are undecided on the next episode, so
It's
we'll figure that
something-
out in our private discussions.
Something in the summer.
Something summer filled. It could be Teen Beach Movie, could be Jaws,
Sharknado.
could be.
The Sand.
Grease.
Ew.
I don't think that's a summer movie.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is. Summer
Was-
Lovin', duh.
Oh God.
What a boss.
Summer Lovin'.
The Dirty Dancing was in the summer too.
Yeah.
You know, it was in the summer, but we already did that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Chapter 2 was in the summer.
All right. I think that's all I got. We
I
will-
know what you did last summer.
I'm not watching it because Sarah Michelle Gellar didn't make it, and she should have made it because she was the better character.
Cool. I've never seen the movie.
No.
So. Thank you.
You saw that movie.
I've seen it, but I didn't know she died.
Well,
I
Well,
haven't seen it since I was like 10.
She didn't.
no, she didn't. She really didn't.
Okay.
He's just tricking you.
All right. I think that's all I got. We'll figure out the next episode in our discussions.
Yes.
Does anybody have anything else?
No.
Shout out to Maskless Jason. I'm proud of him.
Shout out to Alex Wolf.
Always.
All right. That's all I got. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.